Like, even his ex wanted to fight me. Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. It's Kwame here, and so today I'm gonna do a video on my coming out story. Since it's Pride Month, I figured I would do a Pride related video, and I've been meaning to upload another video, but I've just been busy with school and whatnot. So yeah, to be honest, I feel like the person could have went about it a different way, because you'll see in the video. So honestly, I don't even know where to begin with this story, because this could go so many different ways. But I guess we could just get started to where I figured out something in the back of my head was just different. I guess I was younger, I always thought there was something wrong with me. When I was little, I just didn't know what. And then once I got into middle school, I was like, okay, well, there's obviously something wrong with me. But I was like, no. I am not gay. So middle school, I had a girlfriend, and I thought in the back of my head, oh, maybe you're bi, maybe, I don't know, 10, 11, 12-year-old me didn't know what to think. And then I was always bullied since middle school through high school. Oh, are you gay, blah blah blah, just for no reason. I would just mind my own business, but everyone was so concerned whether if I like boys or not. But in the back of my mind, I was just like, it could be a possibility. Fast forward to high school, everyone already thought I was gay, but if someone asked me, oh, are you gay, I'm like, no. And honestly, I don't know why so many people were concerned whether if I was gay or not, because that's just no one's business, to be honest. But in high school, that's when I just knew that I obviously like guys, but I wasn't sure about the whole girl situation. And then senior year, I talked to a couple girls, but that's when I got Tinder. So I did the likes boy options just to try it out. And I would talk to a couple guys here and there. Then I found someone that I was actually interested in, and we talked for a little bit. I didn't tell anyone about it except one of my best friends, and she came with me to the mall to actually meet him. I was so nervous because I'm really about to meet a guy. Oh well, we talked for a couple months. Once high school was officially over, I got the courage to actually come out, because there was nothing to be scared of anymore, school wise. But home wise was a whole nother story, because my family is super religious, and yeah, gay is wrong in their eyes. But they don't have me on social media or anything at the time. Now I don't care, but in high school I was just cautious with everything. But then once I graduated high school, I maybe a couple weeks after, I posted a picture with a boy, basically me coming out, and surprisingly some people were shocked. And I'm like,
if 2 + 2 is 4, right? And 5 + 5 is 10. Okay.
But some people were shocked, some people weren't. A lot of people were happy for me, surprisingly. And a lot of my straight guy friends are actually supportive. I didn't lose any friends because of it, to be honest. If anything, it just made me and my friends closer. And fortunately enough for me, I had that support system of my friends to be there for me, because I knew that at the end of the day, my family wouldn't be there for me. Except obviously my relatives that are closer in age to me. But it's not the same as wanting your mom to be supportive, or just, I don't know. But besides the fact of that was just a little backstory. So I came out with a picture, and then moving on, I went to college. And then we ended things a month of us both being in school. Even his ex wanted to fight me, and that's a whole nother story for itself. Then I was sad about that for a couple months. And then the winter break, I met this other guy, and he asked me to be his boyfriend, and I was like, oh my god, someone wants to date me. So I said yeah. And then we dated for a while, and then he was on the DL, so I didn't post him on Instagram or anything, but I posted him on Visco. And I'm sure a lot of you guys know what Visco is. Everyone uses it. Don't need to explain what that is. So fast forward a little bit of us dating, and I specifically remember when I posted him on Visco, because it was around Valentine's Day, and that's when he came to visit me, because at the time my school was 6, not even 6, maybe 4.5, I don't know, 4 to 6 hours away. and he drove all the way to see me. Of course, I wanted to take pictures because it was a long distance thing. And if I went back in time, I don't know if I would have said yes, only because of the whole distance thing. But anyway, besides the point. And then fast forward to him leaving. So I'm just minding my own business. I'm at a pregame and I get a call from my mom. And I just hear, I'm like, hello? She's like,
Come here.
I'm like, yes. And she's like,
Like, do you have a boyfriend?
I'm like, what? She's like, do you
have a boyfriend?
And honestly, I think it was the liquid courage in me, and I just said yes. And she like did not like that. So she was like,
you need to break up with him.
And I'm like,
what? I'm like, you're not gonna tell me what to do.
And she's like,
no, you need to be focused on school and not in a relationship.
So me being me, I told her okay, and didn't break up with him, but I told her that I did, and just kept sneaking behind her back because I was already doing that. At the time, I was 18. I like just freshly turned 18, so I was like obviously still like, she had like a big hold over me, especially that I was only a freshman in college and I still needed my mom. But fast forward to me going back home, because I wanted to know like who told her, because I'm like, my mom doesn't have Instagram, I don't post on my Instagram, and the only thing I could think of was I had my Visco attached to my Instagram. And I'm like, no, my mom did not look me up because she doesn't have an Instagram, so that doesn't make sense. So like I'm just like freaking out, like who the heck just told my mom that I had a boyfriend? Like, I just feel like that's just a messed up thing to do. Like, you're literally outing me to my mother when clearly she didn't know. Telling her my business. I'm now 18 and you're going to my mom?
Like, what?
Like, honestly, what? So I'm just like so annoyed because I'm just like going on this whole rant on Twitter. Like, whoever decided to out me to my mom, like, honestly, thank you. Like, you ruined my life. Like, that was literally one of the top 3 worst things that happened to me. Like, honestly, I felt so betrayed because I didn't know who it was, because it could have been anyone on the internet, honestly. But I was like, no one's gonna go out of the way to talk to my mom. I was like, it has to be someone that knows me and has my mom's number, because you had to reach her from her phone, obviously. So once I got back home from break, I did my own investigating, and like, I have the password to my mom's phone, I have my thumbprint on her phone, and me being me, like, I typed in my name to see who mentioned my name, to see who told her. So I type my name and I see who it's from, and it's from a relative, and I'm just like, you're kidding me. So after that, I literally went private on everything. I took my Visco off, and mind you, on Visco, when she saw I guess she saw the picture, she was like,
do you think these pictures are inappropriate?
And I'm like,
what?
And I don't think the pictures were that bad. It was literally just like, well, I guess it is a little inappropriate, but that's besides the point. I can do what I want. That's like my mindset. So we never like bring it back up. It's just always like a quiet kind of topic. But anyway, I found out who it was, and she literally in the text was like,
do you know what Amir is up to?
And I'm like, you're kidding me. Like, you're really kidding me. Like, I'm in college living my best life, and you're worried about what I'm doing when you're a grown woman telling my mom what I'm doing. I'm just like, don't you have your own kids to be worried about? Like, that like really just like grinded my gears. And so now she knows that I'm gay, and I don't know, we don't really talk about it, but I feel like in the back of her head she had to always know. But I still have yet to come out to like the rest of my family. Like, if they find out, they find out. I just don't have the heart to honestly say it, because I feel like I'll just be disappointing so many people. And if they stumble upon this video, hey, I'm gay. There's nothing you can do about it. Trust me, I tried. And I honestly just live my life now how I want. And it's been like a really hard issue on my grandma, because I live with my grandma, and I don't think she's ever going to accept it. But she did say she will always love me despite my choices. She thinks it's a lifestyle, which I don't know who in their right mind would pick this lifestyle.
To like men.
But our relationship kind of like flindered, that's the right word? Our ever since she found out, I feel like, because we used to be really close. And now I just feel like I can't just talk to her sometimes because just the fact that she won't accept me. And if I'm like sad sometimes about a boy or something, she's like, what's wrong? I'm like, there's no point in even talking about it because I can't talk to you about certain things. Like, you made that point noted. So yeah, maybe one day it'll get easier. Maybe it won't. But I don't necessarily have anything to hide from the rest of my family. I just feel like I just don't like confrontation, honestly. And that's why I wasn't ready to tell my mom about it yet, because I was not ready. And honestly, I don't know if I'll ever be ready to honestly say it, because I wanted to tell my dad, who recently came back into my life, but I honestly feel like he would just leave my life again, honestly, if he found out, because I feel like I have to act like such a different person when I talk to him, and I shouldn't feel like that. I feel like if he truly wants to be back in my life, then he would accept me for how I am. Because I feel like it's getting a little easier on my mom, but not the fact that if I have a boyfriend, because my last boyfriend, she actually saw I had a necklace with his name, and she was looking like,
What?
she was like,
Take it off.
and then I took off the one time, and then I finally just stopped. I'm like, why am I doing this? Like, I'm sneaking around, I'm having sleepovers, I'm obviously not where I say I am. Like, she doesn't believe me when I say I'm going somewhere. So I just kept it on, and she was like, you know what I said about that? And I'm just like, okay, and like, it's not gonna change anything. Like, I will never like girls, like, ever. Like, I've kissed girls when I'm drunk. I feel
Nothing.
like, basically where I'm going at, your body knows what it likes, and no one can tell you whether it's a lifestyle, you're making it up, or etc. Like, no one can tell you who you are but you. And honestly, that's the whole point of this video. I don't want to be cliche and say it gets better, because I've had my days of being like sad, just wishing I was out of this house. But I'm fortunate enough that I didn't get kicked out of my house like some other people have that I've seen. So I guess I'm grateful that they don't hate me, but I just wish they would accept me. But maybe one day, and if not, then I guess they're not meant to be in my life. And as sad as that sounds, that's just how it's gonna be, I guess. If once I leave this house and they don't want anything to do with my lifestyle, then so be it, because I have amazing friends that love me for me, and I think I'm okay with just that. But anyway, I rambled in this video. I'm not the best with story times, but yeah, I guess that was my coming out journey, coming out story. I got outed, just great. Oh, and also, yes, I've seen the person who has outed me. And no, I haven't said anything, because then my mom and I looked at her phone. But I've seen her at church, and I feel kind of iffy about it, because I feel like I'm acting fake. But I can act fake if you can act fake too.
I know what you did.
And I see her to say hi, talk normal, but in the back of my mind, I'm just like,
You really outed me. Like, you really outed me, like.
what was the reason? What honestly was the reason?
What was the reason? I had a reason. What was the reason? What was the reason? I just explained the reason. What was the reason? What was the reason?
But if that made you sleep better at night, outed me, then whatever. I can't imagine doing that to someone, let alone to their mother, knowing they're religious. Like, imagine if I got kicked out for that. Like, she would have been at fault. But besides that fact, hope you guys enjoyed my rambling, my story time. I wouldn't say it's really a story, more of a just timelines of stuff. I don't even know. My friends know I suck at telling stories. Even though I live like a really like crazy life sometimes. Like, I have so many stories that I want to sit down and talk about, but I'm not the best at chronological order. But maybe one day I'll try. But until then, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.